Hey, how's it going? It's Grail from Good Harvest. Listen, today I want to talk about something that's really near and dear to my heart. And this is why interior designers don't make enough money. So this is a challenge and a question I get from people we work with all the time, which is, how do I make more money as an interior designer? So a lot of people think that they need to do a different way of getting leads, that maybe they need to improve their sales, maybe they're talking to the wrong people, and all those things may be true. But fundamentally, the challenge that most designers are facing when they don't have the business they want, when they're not making the kind of money that they want to make, is they haven't changed hats. I know that may seem out of left field, but I like to use this metaphor when I talk with designers about the evolution of your design business. So when you start off, maybe you left a job, you quit, maybe even got laid off, and you started your own design firm. The hat that you were wearing at the time was typically that of a designer, right? You started your business, you're a designer, I'm going to go out and work. And it's great. And at the beginning, that hat is the best hat in the world. It works wonderfully, you love it, you look so great in it, and you're finally working for yourself. It's an incredible feeling. There's nothing like it in the world. Now, over time, if you succeed in moving past this stage, then you have to evolve from an interior designer to someone who owns an interior design business. And in that case, you need to have a new hat. That new hat you're wearing now is called interior design business owner. And that person is responsible for taxes, for payroll, for savings, for ordering, for fulfillment, for marketing, for a million other different things. And all of a sudden, this is where a lot of designers, at some point along the way, start to get overwhelmed. And in a way, you're a victim of your own success, because as you're growing, you are forced to change and start to look at the business differently and start to think about how to do a better job so that you don't lose your mind doing 15 jobs. So for a good reference on this, if you haven't read it already, I highly recommend the book by Michael Gerber, The E-Myth. This is a standard book that entrepreneurs should read and that probably most interior designers never hear of or come across. So if you're an interior designer who owns a business, E-Myth is absolutely essential reading for understanding what business is actually about. And the quick hint is it's not about interior design, right? But there is a third hat, and this is the hat that I talk with interior designers the most. This hat is transitioning from being an interior design business owner to a marketer of interior design services. So a marketer of interior design services. In other words, you're no longer just responsible for all the things of running an interior design business, which is enough responsibility in itself in many ways, but actually for thinking of yourself as a person who markets interior design services. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, it's really simple, because that's where all the money is. So if you've ever had a question of, am I priced too low? Why are these other designers making so much more money? How can I get better clients? All the answers to that question are solved by putting on a new hat. And that is the hat of marketing interior designer or a marketer of interior design services. Now, if you're thinking about this carefully, you realize that you don't even have to be the interior designer for that to work, right? Because you're a marketer of interior design services. Now, the vast majority of designers who I speak with do not want to not design. The whole reason they became designers, on their own especially, was because they wanted to design for themselves and keep the majority of the profits of their labor, which is a totally fair thing to do. So I'm not suggesting that you have to abandon designing in order to become the owner of a successful interior design business. But you are going to need to wear a new hat. And again, that hat is going to be to think of yourself no longer as simply a business owner, but as somebody who markets the kinds of services you provide. So whether it's whole home renos, kitchen and baths, whatever it might be, you are a marketer of those services. And when you put on that new hat, that's when everything will start to change. So if you're stuck at a plateau and you can't get to six figures, this is what the difference is going to be. If you have cracked six figures, but you're not making the profits you want to make, and you're certainly not making six figures, this is the hat you need to start wearing now. And the truth is, if you've managed to get this far in your career, in your business, and you have a team even working for you at this point, like maybe some juniors, maybe you have an accountant, maybe they're just a 1099er, but fundamentally you have people who are relying on you. In a lot of cases, a lot of designers still don't have marketing working for them, bringing them a steady, consistent drumbeat of clients. And if that's you, then you know as well as I do that your business is vulnerable. So in some ways, it's most important for you to evolve and try on that new hat, because unless you can consistently bring money into the business via new clients and new jobs, your business will always be vulnerable. Now, you could always go out and hire somebody to do this for you, but I highly recommend against it. Because again, if you never put on the hat, then you will never truly be in charge of your business's destiny. So it is absolutely essential that you, as the business owner, as the head designer, as the CEO of your business and your life, that you master insofar as it's possible how to get clients for your business, and the right kind of clients, right? Once you master that, once you try on that hat and it starts to fit you really well, you're never going to want to take this hat off again, because that's the hat that's your moneymaker. So if you want to talk about this further with me, if you want to talk about this evolution, if you want to come up with a strategy for how this is going to work in your business, then go ahead and visit us at breakthroughcall.us, and we will sit down and spend about 45 minutes to an hour together talking about your business, talking about where the sticking points are, whether it's you're working too much, you're working too little, got too many bad clients, not enough clients at all, no great jobs, nothing that makes your heart sing. Whatever the challenge may be, that's what we're going to talk about, again, using that framework of marketing and talking about how trying on a new hat might be just the thing that you need. So I look forward to connecting with you. Again, that's breakthroughcall.us. That'll take you right to our training video and our calendar where you can book with us. Okay? Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.